Hello Skyliners, welcome back to Super-Duperville, episode 21. I'm feeling boxed in. I am Mike of Dragon Rider Gaming. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it greatly. You know, we're 21 now, so we're old enough to drink. And man, I'll tell you what, I could use a drink today. We have 3 goals ahead of us today. Number 1, tiny houses and grand homes. So yep, we got to put down some child care and some elder care in Positiville. We only put one of those facilities back in Stutopia, but in this area, I think we're going to expand upon that and get more of those in place. Number 2, classrooms and bookshelves. So we have education we need to get down for Positiville. We have absolutely no education in Positiville. Blows my mind that I allowed it to go that far. The bookshelves end of it is that in Positiville, I'm actually going to push to get some public libraries in the area, therefore encouraging higher education, because we're going to be putting down a lot of office buildings in the area, and those definitely require higher educated people. Lastly, and as it turns out every about 5 to 6 episodes, we have some transportation troubleshooting to do. So we definitely have one area specifically of traffic that needs to be addressed greatly, and I'm going to show you that right now. So let's get to it. Zooming in here. Yep, here's our problem child. Look at this backup. Turn on traffic. Where are we at? 64%. We are backing up into Stutopia. We are backing up into past this all the way down the highway here, all halfway to the next intersection, and we're backing up into Positiville around that first leg, and it is completely jam-packed traffic. So this is a serious problemo. I want to build up some money, so we're just going to kind of let this run while we do some traffic fixing here. So the first thing we're going to do is go in here and take a look at this roundabout. This whole roundabout is the problem. And the part of the problem is, if we look at our traffic manager setup, if we do our Control-Alt-Click, the only thing added back by doing that are these restricted, the Hugo don't go there kind of exit points here. So if we take a look at these, we have them going onto the highway. That's great. We really don't need them here if we tell people what to do properly. So I guess my point to that is, Traffic Manager doesn't always set up this thing perfectly. You can't just trust that to be click it and it's in place and it's good to go forever. Here's one of the things, as you see what the traffic's doing right now, they're just barging right into here. So if we click on the junction restrictions and take a look at it here, they are allowed to go ahead and block the junction. Sorry about all the ambulance noise there. I will back off. So we don't want the people coming off the off-ramp to be able to block the junction, just the people on the roundabout. So this one has that in place. Go over here. This one has that in place. That's no good. This on-ramp has it in place. That's no good. These guys have it in place. That's no good. So we do not want anybody but the people on the roundabout to be able to go into the junction and stop and block the junction. Secondly, these guys should be picking their lanes when they come in on any of these on-ramps. They should be picking their lanes when they get to the intersection or the roundabout, so that they don't have to change lanes. They got to know where they want to go, right? So that will help. That will help speed things up. The third thing that Traffic Manager does when you set this up is it gives you a dedicated turn lane here, and that for the most part is really good, but we have one turn lane for everybody coming off this off-ramp, because if you look at this off-ramp, the way it's set up, they're coming off here and they have their choice of 1, 2, or 3 exits. Well, they're not going to use this as a turnaround, hopefully, and go back on the way they came off. They're not going to come off the off-ramp and go back the on-ramp. Hopefully, they're not doing that. So the only way they're going to go is right. So these guys kind of need a dedicated lane almost to themselves. But if they're all turning right, these guys should also be turning right. So what I'm going to do is open up a second lane here so that we have 2 lanes turning right to continue on the expressway and only 1 going on. And I think that's going to help a lot just by doing that. The last thing that we need to address with this is this traffic coming in. So you have currently just two directions coming in here. Just these two lanes are actually actively coming in. These people going down here and turning around are actually just kind of messed up because the traffic's backed up so far. They're like, well, if I can go down here and turn around, I can come down this on-ramp and still get down there a little bit quicker. So they're kind of cheating the system. Ideally, this would be going out into somewhere else, and they wouldn't do that going forward. But they're doing it now because they're trying to get past all this traffic that's backing up way down here. So what we're going to do with this, and to help all of this, we have 3 different points converging, and all these people coming down here are either going to go north or they're going to go south. So all these people are coming down here, they're taking the roundabout, they're coming all the way down here, they're eating up 2/3 of this roundabout just to go south. We can help them with that, and we can help them with that by putting in a slip lane. And this slip lane, we're going to put it right about here, right about halfway point, and have it dive out here and go underground. And it'll go underground over here, and we'll have it dump out on the highway way up here or something. Okay? So just a single little slip lane is all we're going to put in place. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, there's 2 issues here. I'm going to put it here on the center node. But as you notice, there's a node there, there's a node there, and there's a node here. So we need to add some nodes here. And the easiest way to do this is to just draw a fake road off to the side. Doesn't matter where you're putting it. Put it out there and delete it. Now when we go back into our road mode, we see we have 1, 2, 3 nodes. So that's good. I'm going to take another one here, drop it out here, delete it. Now we have 4 nodes, or actually 3 nodes. 1, 2, 3 before our turn. That gives them plenty of spaces to change lanes and do what they want to do with whatever they want to do. So we just want to come out here real easily, come up and do this. We turn on Anarchy to help us out here a little bit. Just like that. And as best we can, without making this look so crappy, I'm going to try and put this slip lane down and hopefully get it out far enough that it's not a complete ridiculous situation here. Let's see what we can do here. You can't see what I'm doing. Let me turn this on here real quick. I'm going to change this to a... Nope, we wanted it -12, but we want it to come out 10 units. Yep. Change it to our curve tool now, right? 10 units over. We'll go back to a straight tool and bring this out. We're just going to kind of bring it straight on out here. Sure, 20 units and then another 12. Bring it back up above ground. And then we can attach it out here. It doesn't really matter where. Nice, good spacing away from the previous intersection. They can come up here and just do what they need to do. So now we're going to start to see some people dive out here. How bad of a off-ramp is that? Well, it's kind of wonky here. Let's see if we can't correct this just a little bit. Yeah, that kind of works. Just going to clean up the landscape here a little bit, I think. Blend it in just a little bit better. There we go. Now we're going to see a lot more people diving out. And what this is going to allow us to do is all the people diving out here are turning left. All these people coming up to the intersection should be, except for the occasional person, will come up here and be turning right to go, we'll call this north. Yeah, that's north. And only the occasional person is going to actually travel around the roundabout and come here and go south. Therefore, it's leaving it completely open that all these guys that are coming off this off-ramp can jump on here, do their thing. And as soon as they get cleaned out, then everybody can come out of Stutopia can come out and do their thing. We're down to 62%. Look, even the cheaters down here. Look at all the cheaters. Even the cheaters are backed up and what's the term that they like to use? Chocker block? Chocker block? We just call it traffic jam. That's all it is. It's just a traffic jam. 62%. That is horrible. But you see how this is already cleaned up here? Now all of this is going to start flowing. They will eventually get up here. This will start flowing out of here. They will be able to come up here and do their thing. The other thing I want to do is stop them from doing that. There's no reason they need to go into that second lane. No reason at all. So we're going to tell them this lane goes to here and that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you're going to do. Leaves this lane open for these guys to flow around, and we're going to see this flow a lot better because we're making people choose as they come on. So they're all choosing to go in this outside lane, which I do not like. So we're going to help this along just a little bit. Go in here. We're going to say, okay, you can go here or you can go here. Or here. No, you can go there. You can go there. So that gives them a choice. This lane can go here or here. This lane can go here or here. And then this lane, if I can grab it, can go here or here. And that's putting a lot of people in that center lane, but it's getting two people to use, getting them to use two lanes. So that will work. And there are occasional people that want to come up here and turn right and go out there. So I mean, so be it. And I'm telling them to choose their lane when they get up here as well. I'm just forcing them into a lane here. Now they should not be doing this. I don't know why they're now doing this. This is ridiculous. They should not be blocking that at all. We'll come back to that. All this will now get relieved. We're up to 66%. Up 4% already. Rock and roll. Okay. So let's take a look at education. Real quick note on education. I went on to the Steam Workshop and I downloaded a bunch of mods or a bunch of assets. But a lot of these assets are completely out of whack. Like if I take a look at this modern high school, $1,000 to build it, $16 a week to upkeep it for 1,280 students. Okay, that's not balanced in the least. In the least. So for right now, until I have a chance to either go into the asset editor and modify these, or just find some better ones, I'm going to have to deal with this. So I think for the elementary schools, I'm going to drop them out here. Be right across from the metro, right next to the walk paths, out near the low density residential and next to the high density residentials. Put them on both ends, and that's going to give us a ton of grade schoolers. Excellent. Tons of people happy. And that should be rocking and rolling. That gets us well into the green. Okay. High schools, we're in the yellow. I don't think we need to put down that many high schools. So I think I'm going to go up to this interior section up here. Whoops. If I click back on that and just turn off F1. Yeah, we could go here or here like this. This is kind of cool. I kind of like doing that. So we'll stick a high school on each one here. And we'll put it right down here on the corner. That made that entire section happy, even out into these sections, but we're going to do one for each of these guys. That's going to cause some people to upgrade, definitely. Looking good. That's looking good. All right. Sweet deal. Okay, so we got high schools. Now, as far as universities, I'm not going to put them in. I know that, well, let's take a look at our high schools. Awesome. Well into the green. As for universities, I know that we're borderline right now, but we're going to be building this campus here pretty soon, and that's going to draw all these guys out. And I'd hate to spend the $60 or whatever $1,000, how much is it? $75,000 on building one of these when we're just not going to need them right away. However, public libraries I do want to get in place. And these have a pretty good area of effect here. Whoops, I'm anarching. I don't want to do that. I'm thinking of putting them... Yeah, I think I'm going to put them on this side, next to the high school, behind the hospital in these sections. So they can go right out of the high school, go to the libraries they need. And that gets them nice and close. Keeps it nice and close to at least one of the elementaries as well, right? So these guys just got to zip up here for a library. That's good. We do one of these each section. Really promote people going out and getting some brains. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And one more for last comment of being sweet. Sweet. So that's 4 libraries. That is education licked for the time being. We have $255,000 left. I think we have enough to get some elder care and child care in place. So let's take a look-see. Sorry, I'm spinning around here, going crazy. You spin me right round. Like a record, round, right round. Okay, I'm thinking this is a good spot for elder care. That has an amazing area of effect. It'll hit that entire area, all the way to the outskirts. Yeah, I'm thinking 2 of these in this city is going to be more than enough. I'm going to put this towards the front because I have a sneaking suspicion that I want to put the child care back here, and I think it will fit. I don't know for sure. We're going to find out. So let's put down an elder care there and an elder care here. Here an elder care, there an elder care, everywhere an elder care. Yep, it will fit. And you know what? We'll put it the same way we did the high school, because that'll be cool. And we can put in child care there and a child care here. Yeah, do we want to put them over here? We could. Do we have the money? We have some money. We're gonna do it. So that all 4 corners have a bunch of child peoples moving in. Get them child peoples. Well, that's good. Okay, so what does that do? Our birth rate was 125 and our elder care lifespan was 81 years, and it still is 81 years. Okay, so that hasn't changed. And our child care was 125. We're up to 131. That's cool. Okay. Maybe it'll go up from there again. Who knows? We will have to see over time. How's our traffic? Whoops, I hit transport, not traffic. Here we go. Traffic, 78%. Up from 62%. How are we doing here? It's flowing. Still pretty slow, but it's flowing. But look at the traffic. It's all gone from over here. We're just into the intersection. This one's down past the curve, so they're working forward. So it's getting better. Getting better with every little bit. I like it. There was an autosave. Excellent. Yep, not backing up on either end of the highway here. Perfect. These guys are just hammering out. That's good. Stutopia is almost completely unread. Is that the right term? Unread? Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so something else I want to point out here. This was not part of my plans, but we might as well address it right now. You see all these buildings here that are in red? These are red. If we look at them, they don't really flag a complaint, right? Operating normally, they're not complaining about anything, so why are they red? Well, they're red when the traffic is on because they don't have enough parking to get to their facilities. If you remember, this entire city of Positiville is made out of 4-lane two-way roads. Hey, I said that right. 4-lane two-way roads. Ah. The problem with 4-lane two-way roads is there is no parking allowed on 4-lane two-way roads, even all the way out here into the residence section. But you're not going to see them complain as much. If I stop turning on transport, you see the businesses complaining, but the residents aren't going to complain because they just park at their houses. Even this little park is complaining, hey, there's not enough parking. So we are going to remedy that. We are going to remedy that via parking garages. However, I believe that these are pretty darn expensive because I'd like to use this one here. It costs $20,000, but it offers space for 64 vehicles. That's really, really good. But because we're not getting complaints way out here, we don't need to really focus on that as much as the inner city right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to focus on the inner city, and we're going to get a few of these parking garages down. So now let's check. With the 4 parking garages in place, it really hasn't helped. Oddly enough. I thought that would help much more than that. Check out traffic, 83%. Look at that. Everything's gone from here. Everything's gone from here. Stutopia is backed up just 1.5 sections instead of 4 sections like it was. So they will get out of there eventually. Get out here and on out into their destinations. I love it. Love it when a traffic fix actually works. And that didn't look too bad. I thought it was going to look much worse, that ramp on the side, but that doesn't look too bad. It's not the best, but yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a problem too. We probably should have a dedicated turn lane here. No, this one. Whoops. Good. We have not restricted these guys. I thought we did have this fixed here. Let's do a Hugo. You know, that guy's crazy. Crazy. That's fine. Excellent. Oh, probably don't even have our garbage place on over here either, do we? Yep, need that. Let's take a quick gander around here. Electricity, good. Water, sewer, good. Garbage, now it's good. So these guys will start pouring out of here and picking up the garbage on this end. That's good. Education. Let's see here. Or health care, anyway. Health care's okay. It's on the borderline, but it's okay. Death care is still doing really good. Yeah. Alright. Fire. Good coverage for this city now. That's good. Police. Good, good. Jail capacity is 280 and we got 160. Okay, so we're in the green. We're good with these 2 facilities up. We're going to have to probably add that to an upcoming episode. Get a prison in. We're going to have to build a prison pretty soon. Yeah. Education-wise, elementary schools. Excellent. High schools. Excellent. Universities, not good, but we are addressing that, I think, coming along. Got some people using the public library. That's great. Okay. We haven't checked on our transportation systems in a while. Let's make sure that we're still good on these. Our metro lines are doing fairly good here. Let's do them by name. Got some people using them. For the cost of what they actually cost us to run, this is horrible, but people are using them some. That's good. Our train lines, really expensive, and nobody's using them. Okay. Don't have any ferry lines or bus lines, but our monorail lines, decent. I'd like to see these over 100. But I'd like to see that people are using that. That's good. People are using the monorail systems. And every bit of people that are using our public transportation means those people are not on the road, basically. And that's the important part. So that's great. This is always going to be red. I don't think this is ever not going to be red. I'll be very surprised if this ever turns even orange or green. It's just a super busy intersection, and I think it's going to remain so until such time that we start expanding out further south or further west and get some other things in place. But we are at 58,000 people. We are growing. It's going up because the baby rate's up. All right, let's double check that. Let's see where we're at with that. Elder care, 78 years now, so that's good. It was what, 71? So we've gained 7. That's great. And ooh, okay, that went way up. We were at 125. We're now at 156 babies per week. New babies. So that's awesome. Wow. So a little something different today as we do our outro here. We're just going to do a little side roll of Positiville and take a look at things. Got a lot done, I think, putting in the elder care and child care into place and getting the education put into this city, so that's really good. Next episode, we're going to continue to expand on Positiville, putting in businesses and residential and cats and dogs and old people with canes and all kind of good stuff. We're also going to get a waste management facility put in place, as well as possibly look at getting a prison put in, because we definitely need to lock up those criminals. If you like what you're seeing, or if you don't like what you're seeing, drop me a like, a dislike, a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And until next time, this is Mike of Dragon Rider Gaming. Take care of yourselves out there and stay safe and stay healthy. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody.